Scary stories behind popular songs. Welcome to the eerie realm where music merges with the macabre. We're about to delve into the chilling stories hidden beneath the surface of some very popular melodies. Some say Love Roller Coaster contains the screams of a dying woman. An urban legend surrounds what sounds like a distant scream heard during the break in the Ohio Players' 1975 funk classic, Love Roller Coaster. According to the legend, this scream is the result of a woman being murdered somewhere in the studio while the song was being recorded. How it happens varies. The most popular story is that the model on the album cover was burned to death by the honey that was dripped on her body. The myth grew in the decades following the song's release, in particular, due to the 1998 horror film Urban Legend, in which a character discusses the song and says it was a cleaning woman who was stabbed to death as the Ohio Players recorded. There's an alleged curse hovering over My Way in the Philippines. People in the Philippines believe the song My Way, written by Paul Anka for Frank Sinatra, is cursed. According to Urban Legend, every time someone sings the song, something bad typically happens. This myth gained even more traction in the early 2000s when someone would sing My Way in a karaoke bar and violence would inevitably erupt. There were about a dozen killings from 2002 to 2012 and at least one in 2018. Some people also feel the song's message is far too arrogant. Whatever the reason, violence was so prevalent around My Way that bar owners banned patrons from attempting to sing it. Stairway to Heaven has been accused of containing backward satanic lyrics. In 1982, a televangelist named Paul Crouch alleged that a section of Stairway to Heaven said the following when played backward: "Here's to my sweet Satan. The one whose little path would make me sad, whose power is Satan. He will give those with him 666. There was a little tool shed where he made us suffer, sad Satan." John Lennon allegedly says, "I buried Paul in strawberry fields forever." The Paul is dead rumor encapsulates a lot of the Beatles' later output, from the songs and artwork on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band to the songs on the White Album and the songs and artwork on Abbey Road. According to Urban Legend, Paul McCartney died in a car crash in 1966 and was replaced by a double. The remaining band members left clues throughout their albums that he was, in fact, gone. One clue was rumored to be in Strawberry Fields Forever. When the song's outro is played backward, John Lennon is alleged to say, "I buried Paul." Robert Johnson's hit song Crossroad Blues is the tale of his sinister pact for musical mastery. The song has become part of the Robert Johnson mythology as referring to the place where he supposedly sold his soul to the devil in exchange for his musical talent. This is based largely on folklore of the American South that identifies a crossroads as the site where such pacts are made, although the lyrics do not contain any references to Satan or a Faustian bargain. So, we are halfway through our journey. Let us know in the comments if you had heard any of these legends as well as your thoughts. Now, let's get back to it. In the Air Tonight is supposedly about Phil Collins witnessing a drowning. While there are variations on the legend, the story goes that Collins saw someone watching another person drown and did nothing to help. He invites the alleged murderer to his concert and reveals what he knows. The legend loomed so large it was even referred to in Eminem's song Stan. You know the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night, about that guy who could have saved that other guy from drowning, but didn't, then Phil saw it all, then at a show he found him? Gloomy Sunday is said to inspire depression and self-harm. Gloomy Sunday was written in 1933 in Hungary by composer Retso Szeres and lyricist Laszlo Javor. It is known as the Hungarian suicide song and has been blamed for at least 19 suicides. The song, despite its dour melody and themes, became a hit. It's been recorded hundreds of times, most notably by American jazz legend Billie Holiday. Urban Legend claims several that people who died by suicide were listening to it right before they died. In other words, it was so sad, they were driven to despair. Hotel California is a rumored love letter to Aleister Crowley and Satanism. The Eagles' Hotel California has been the subject of speculation ever since its 1976 release. Co-written by Don Henley, Glenn Frey, and Don Felder, the lyrics describe a hotel in which you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave, which immediately led listeners to think the band was talking about hell. "They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast," was also alleged to be a nod to Satan or Aleister Crowley, who was known as the Beast. Alleged backward masking in Judas Priest's Better By You, Better Than Me, caused a real-life tragedy. The families of two teenagers who attempted suicide by shotgun filed a lawsuit against Judas Priest in 1990, alleging that hidden subliminal messages in the song Better By You, Better Than Me had influenced their sons, James Vance, 20, and Raymond Belknap, 18, to commit the act. On December 23, 1985, Vance and Belknap were listening to Judas Priest's Stained Class for hours on end while drinking and smoking cannabis. It was at that point they made a suicide pact. Belknap died instantly. Vance lived but was disfigured and later informed Belknap's parents that Better By You, Better Than Me led us to be mesmerized. Judas Priest was sued for $6.2 million by the parents of the boys, who accused them of putting subliminal messages throughout the record, most notably in Better By You, Better Than Me, where "do it" would be heard if the song was played backward. Possum Kingdom is alleged to be about a serial killer in Texas. The Toadies' Possum Kingdom is associated with a tale that claims the song is about a murder of a woman that occurs at Possum Kingdom Lake in Texas. The legend suggests that the song's lyrics, "Do you want to die?" and "I'll treat you well, my sweet angel," allude to a horrific event involving a serial killer and his victim. It's fascinating, the duality of these songs. On one hand, they're revered for their captivating harmonies. On the other, they're stories of sorrow, dread, and terror, a soundtrack of the macabre. So the next time you find yourself humming a tune or tapping to a beat, remember there's more to the song than meets the ear. Behind the soothing melodies and catchy tunes might lurk a tale that could send a chill down the most fearless spine. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more chilling mysteries. And next time you put some music on, listen closely. You never know what secrets the next song might hold.